natural curiosity of youth.
Here at Honeydew, we challenge our contestants on 3 core merits: skill, strength, and of course, creativity. And by the time we're done with them and return them back into the world, they're virtually capable of anything. And after today's episode, our 3 contestants, well, they'll never be the same. Hello everyone and welcome to the comedy game show Honeydew. My name is Jordan Wittrock, and to my left here is the one and only John Bye.
Thank you very much, Jordan. It's truly an honor to be here with you tonight.
That it is, John. That it is. And by the way, I like your shirt.
Hey, I was going to say that about your shirt. Let's
We
go.
totally didn't plan that. Well, anyway, let's see who we have lined up here for our guests for this evening. Contestants, please introduce yourself and tell us what your favorite subject was in school.
Hi, my name is Hannah. My favorite subject in school was probably history.
My name is Jack, and my favorite subject in school was probably cooking.
Hi, my name is Logan. My favorite subject in school was homeroom.
Well, excellent. Well, my favorite subject was actually band. How about you, John?
Okay, I know you guys are going to hate me for this one, but my favorite subject had to be math.
I mean, it does kind of make sense. Well, anyway, now that we know who everyone is and all of that, John, how about you tell us, our contestants, what we have in store for us?
Sure, Jordan, I'd love to tell you what we have in store tonight. So we have quite a bit for them. As per the typical Honeydew rundown, we have 2 recorded tasks and 1 live task here at the end of the show, so stay tuned. Our task today will challenge them both mentally and physically, Jordan.
Excellent. So what is our first task then?
Our first task is the spelling bee, but not your typical spelling bee. They had to spell words out using the materials that they were given. Whatever word they chose for the mustard, they were allotted 30 seconds. For the toothpicks and the Play-Doh, they were given a full minute.
Interesting. Well, let's check it out.
Our spellers will spell 3 words utilizing a material of their choice for each: Play-Doh, mustard, or toothpicks. Each material can only be used once. Spellers must spell legibly within the space of the paper, but will have limited time to write. Okay, are you ready for your words? Okay, first word is honeydew, but the fruit, not the shell. Okay, what material would you like to use? Go ahead. 3, 2, 1, time.
You could read a lot better from the back. A lot better from the back.
Time. Ellipses.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Now, your second word is grappling.
I'm going to do the mustard.
You're using the mustard? Okay. Okay.
I can tell you don't like mustard very much because you weren't expecting the mustard juice.
It's coming out so easily.
Go. Woo! That was fast!
Nice.
That's on the paper, all right. This does not count.
All you've got left is the Play-Doh. And the last word you have left is pernicious. Pernicious. On your mark, get set, go. 1 minute.
Okay, so
It's gonna need to fit on the paper eventually.
Oh, I know. I got to get this as long as possible.
Seconds. 3, 2, 1, time.
I see Fifrinitio.
Maybe I got to hold this. Like, oh, yeah.
of those looked like words, I guess. John, do you think any of those words were legible?
Okay, I have to say the mustard seemed like the gimme, right? I mean, we were able to do a little bit of cursive there, but I really appreciated the way that Jack, held it up to the screen. I feel like you could make out a lot of the words when you were able to present it the way you did.
Got you. I'm gonna say, Jack, that was definitely an interesting way to use the toothpicks, but I personally couldn't really see the word that you had written. It kind of looked like you were just like, look at what I did. White piece of paper. but what was your thought process through that kind of?
Well, I didn't think about using the toothpicks to form the words. I just
Okay.
grabbed one and was like, let me try to rip the paper to say honeydew.
I do like the idea though. I did like it, but it was just
Points for creativity.
Yeah,
you know?
true, very true. Well, now let's go to the mustard. So a lot of people use the mustard for grappling. Does grappling seem like a very mustardy word to you guys?
It's like you can form it really easily. Like cursive was super easy. To do
You
that.
did go really fast, which I think actually
Yeah.
helped keep it within the page and
Yeah.
not run out of space.
I think with me, my bad handwriting translated to writing with mustard, so it just turned out like gibberish.
Well, it turns out you're not a fan of mustard, right, Logan?
No.
Yeah,
No.
feels like we set you up for that one.
Yeah, ketchup would have been a lot better. But, it had to be mustard.
Well, Hannah, you were so quick with the mustard. It was so elegant with the cursive. Honestly, I think that one to me was probably the most legible, which I was kind of surprised about. Yeah.
Well, Jordan, who do you think deserves the points for this round overall then?
Well, I'm going to go with the full 3 points to Hannah, give 2 points to Jack, which unfortunately means for Logan, you will be getting the 1 point, but there is a chance that you can make up those
I
points.
knew that about 2 weeks ago.
Well, we'll be right back from this break to find out which of our contestants will be the best with water. Stay tuned.
Mental health, a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with the stresses of life. No one ever said it was easy to handle all of these things. Putting on a fake smile is sometimes easier than talking about your problems. It's hard to take the first step to self-healing, but it will be worth it. It's okay to not be okay, but don't stay that way. Help is always available. Please do not be afraid to speak up.
Visit the UW Oshkosh Residence Life office to help you with all of your housing needs. Meet our wonderful team of professionals who are ready to help with anything. Speak with staff members about housing, jobs, or general questions about campus. Or visit our website for instant access to housing applications and more. Located on the second floor of South Grunhagen, Housing Help is just a step away from campus.
Welcome back to Honeydew, everyone. Now, Jack, we wanted to welcome you back for your second episode. We understand you're a pretty busy guy while you're producing your own show, The Combat Zone. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. Every Thursday at 6:30 until December 5th, we cover wrestling and MMA locally and the UFC cards. We do it about half hour, and we got interviews, we have packages, we got all sorts of stuff.
Well, that's awesome. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun with that show. Anyway, John, what do we have planned for our second task?
Well, our second task is called the Splash and Dash. We gave the contestants a variety of items and tasked them with transporting the water from one bucket to another bucket.
Oh, all right. Well, this sounds very messy.
On these two tables, there are two buckets, one with water and one without. Contestants must transport the water, or as much as they can, from the full bucket to the empty bucket. Contestants are not allowed to move either bucket, and they only have 3 minutes to move as much water as they possibly can.
How well this is working.
Alright, let's get these wet. Put those in here. Weigh it down. Whoa! There's holes in the bag. You treason. Treason.
I mean, golly, that bonus.
I can already use my brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good enough. I'm okay with that.
Are you gonna tell me about these TikTokers?
Okay,
or-
fine. Okay, so these two brothers and their account's called the Bread Basket, right? So they have like these.
Bag number 2.
And he spoils the answer. And everyone on the comments are like flaming this dude.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry for what I'm doing to SpongeBob.
He accidentally said, I think it was like, how big is the item?
Lost the hole.
And so, the guy who was giving the answers now had the item.
2, 1, time. 3, 2, 1, that's time. Very good, very good.
Well, that was splash-tastic, everyone. Everyone definitely had an interesting tactic, pretty similar to each other. Now, John, what would you have done to complete this task?
Okay, I'm really glad you asked. I've been thinking about this ever since Hannah, you competed, however long ago that was. Okay, hear me out, Jordan. So the rules said that you couldn't move the buckets whatsoever. You had to use the tools that were available to you.
Okay.
So you couldn't touch the buckets.
Yep.
Nothing said you couldn't move the tables.
Dude, that's exactly what I thought
we're on the same
too.
page?
Yes. No, I was looking at it. I was like, well, yes, you can't touch the bucket.
Yeah.
But you could totally just
Scooch.
move the
Just-
table closer, and
Yeah.
then it would just be.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they can't let us compete, because we're
just too. That's right.
Then you'd scratch the set and the others. Like,
There
play,
was
so,
yeah, there was things
cloth
down
there for
Yeah.
sure.
No, there was the cloth was small. So.
Logan, I'm hearing a lot of cope right now.
All right.
I'd win.
I'm not sure how that would work out necessarily. We'll never know. But I would like to know anyway. Jack, what was your thought process in doing this task?
Well, they tried to. They put me in treason. They gave me a water bag or a plastic bag that had a hole in it. I picked up the water and I just. I was like, "What is going on here?" But
How did you plug the hole then?
just gripped it.
Just grip.
Just went.
Fair enough. All right, so then Hannah, what was your thought? I noticed that you guys kind of had similar ideas. So what was the reason you went with the plastic bag?
It just seemed like the easiest thing to do. Like the Dora the Explorer spoon, not gonna do much. The whisk, not gonna help me. So I decided just to like get as much water in the sponges as I could and just put it into the bag and just get the bag over there. I was
enough.
happy it worked. 'Cause
Did you have a hole in your bag?
no, I was fine.
Okay, all right. I wonder if All right. Now, Logan, calm down. I'll give you a chance to explain yourself. So you were the only one that chose a completely different way to complete this task. So what was going through your brain when John said go?
I mean, there wasn't much about the task going through your mind. You're kind of yapping the whole time.
Yeah, no, I was going through it. So I didn't notice that there was a bag under me. I thought, I saw the bag, but I was like, the first thing that went into my mind was the sponges. And I was like, I can absorb so much and just go back and forth. And so that's what I did the whole time. I did not, why, a spoon, a whisk, like what were you supposed to do with that? I didn't think of it. I just went with the sponges and I went with it. And I think I have a good chance of getting the 3 points for that one, so.
All right. I did have a question, though, because I mean, as our audience probably was just like me watching that, we couldn't really understand exactly what you were talking about. But what were you talking about?
So I was talking about how there was like these guys on TikTok, right, called the Bread Basket, and so they compete with like these random challenges. So one of the challenges, a guy like fumbled the challenge really bad by accidentally exposing what like the subject was to the other guys that answer what the subject was. And he actually said the subject to him, and it lost, and that was like, the paint incident. But then recently he's become big. He just comes back of things, and he's just a great guy. I don't know how to explain it in this short of time, but that's the gist of it.
Gotcha. Okay. So what were you doing in your task that made you think about that?
Just the comeback. All right, that's what it is. I already knew that I would have gotten the first point, like the 1 point for the first task. So I instead just went. I was booking it for the second one. I'm positive, but I'm probably gonna get the 1 point again.
Right.
Just knowing you two.
If you guys could do anything different with that task, what's one thing that you guys would have probably done different now, looking and seeing what everyone else did?
Nothing.
Are you confident with your outcome?
Yes.
All right, Hannah.
Probably would have just moved the tables and then got all of the water into the plastic bag and then just dumped it back in there. Yeah.
Logan, what about you?
I probably, if I had used the bag, if I would have went over the bucket and then just turn it upside down and then just move it across and then
Can't touch the bucket, man.
Well, yeah, but the plastic bag's touching the bucket, so I'm not.
Okay.
None of you guys thought to use the container the toothpicks were in either. Dump the toothpicks out, you got yourself a little scooper there.
The sponges individually can absorb more than that box.
Okay.
So.
All right. So, John, how much did everyone actually get in their other bucket?
Well, Jack had exactly 3 liters in his bucket. Logan had a single centimeter below the 3 liter line, and Hannah had exactly 2 liters only.
Okay. Okay. Well, I know Jack had the most water in his bucket, but this show is about impressing me and making a connection with me. And I would like to say that Logan did a fabulous job about that. It brought me back to when I had to do my driver's test, and my teacher forced me to hold the conversation while I did the whole thing. And if I couldn't hold the conversation, she would dock me points. So you being able to hold that conversation, a lot of props to you.
Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah.
Awesome. Well, that was pretty impressive. So with that, I think we have our points for everyone. And as you can see, Logan got 3 points. 2 points went to Jack and 1 point went to Hannah, which brings us to a tie yet again.
All right.
So are you guys excited for the next task then? No? Yeah?
Be the back-to-back champs.
Oh,
That's what matters.
confidence.
Are you sure that you're not nervous coming in? This is the second episode in a row and the second episode where you've been tied up going into the live challenge. It doesn't make you nervous?
After the treason that I went through on this last challenge, back-to-back.
All right. Hey, we'll be right back. We're going to head to break. So stick around to find out who will win the last task and be our champion for this episode. We'll be right back.
So, here we go.
Paul McCartney.
Saturdays are for the boys.
You thought I was pregnant because I'm gaining weight? Sorry.
Have you seen the Country Bear Jamboree? That is definitely racist, right?
Where are you going?
Hello, lady. Oh!
You enjoy movies? How about watching them with friends? UWO's International Film Series welcomes you to our monthly screenings. Designed to develop an appreciation of different film techniques and styles, IFS fosters a community of avid moviegoers and independent and international film enthusiasts. Follow us on our social media and contact our advisor, Michael Van Essler, for more information. Join us at Sage 1210 at 6:30 on the third Tuesday of each month. No matter your major, no matter your year, everyone is welcome.
Welcome back, everyone. We have our final challenge for our contestants right now, which is our live task. And as the points are all still tied up for each, the final task will determine who our winner is. Will Jack be our reigning champion, or will we crown a new victor? What do we have planned for them, John?
Contestants will have only 2 minutes to build a famous building or structure of their choosing. They have to use the blocks that are in front of them. They can also use the cups in their design, but ultimately they'll have to convince you, Jordan, that their masterpiece looks like the building they decided that they were inspired by.
All right. Well, let's get started. You guys have 2 minutes. And begin. Now that's an interesting space.
You gotta clear some space, right? You gotta tear stuff down to build stuff up.
That is very true. That is very true.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
If you guys don't have enough space, you can move around. Maybe don't do exactly what Logan did, but no. All right.
Gotta go.
See, the question is, what are they actually building, though?
I know, that's what I'm trying to figure out as well, what our masterpiece is.
Yeah.
You said historic, right?
Yeah. Something that exists.
Something that exists in time and space.
Okay.
We got time.
All
Coming
right.
up
Okay.
on a minute for you guys. Right about now. Just a minute left, okay?
Okay. John, do you have any guesses of what they're building?
I thought I had Logan figured out.
Now you're second guessing.
Yeah, it's a little lost. I think Jax is pretty clear. We'll have to hear from him.
Yup.
Besides that, Hannah, I don't know. I don't know about Hannah.
Jack and Hannah are moving to the cups.
Yeah. Do you think you've got it figured out, Jordan?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued to see what they are coming up.
Yeah.
You guys have less than 30 seconds, so make those final decisions.
I'm kind of glad that you don't see it right away because that's going to give them the opportunity to try and convince you. You know what I mean?
Very true. Very true.
This is about making a sale.
All right, 15 seconds.
It's not worth.
Do we have to use all the materials?
As whatever you think will get your win.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop.
And
Stop.
that's time. All right. Well, we'll hear from our contestants and see if they believe their structure can take the win. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Every day.
Millions of people are connecting
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an effort.
to get to know each other,
On a deeper level.
Father,
cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Coming up next on TV12 News. Opening drive for the Oshkosh Titans. Hello, this is Tom Mangle coming to you from Winnebago County Fairgrounds.
Titan TV2, the university station for people you know.
I got mad because the commercial companies in Hollywood say, well, you need $1 million talent, you need name. And I say that's a bunch of nonsense. Talent comes out of the well springs of creativity and you find that wherever you are.
Don't be like this guy. Be prepared when the ball rolls your way. Join the UWO Men's Soccer Club today.
Welcome back, everyone. I just wanted to take a bit of time to appreciate the artwork that we have here today.
Would you guys please try to explain to us what you've built here and what your inspiration was? We'll start with Hannah.
All right, so I decided to build the Empire State Building. This is like the antenna thing that goes on top of it.
Okay, all right. Jack?
I built the building we are in currently, the
Okay.
ANC building of UW Oshkosh. And I just want you to think about all the good memories you've had here.
The good memories I've had here.
Don't
Okay.
think about the bad ones.
Okay. And Logan, what went into your planning?
Okay, this actually was all planned out. It was the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but I looked into the future to when it actually falls over.
Oh, okay.
So that is what it's like. Before the break, it was like the present, but like in approximately 5 years, 10 months, and 2 days, this is what the aftermath looks like.
Wow, fortune teller over here.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan, how do you want to award these final points? What do you think?
All right. So this was a tough decision.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of great buildings, but I'm gonna have to give my 3 points to Hannah. I'll give 2 points to Jack and 1 point to Logan for our end. We congratulate Hannah with the victory.
Thank you.
So when you were building, did you know this is what you were going to go, or did you change your...
I changed my mind like halfway through, definitely.
Okay.
And
what was your original idea?
Honestly, I was going to try to do that one building, or it's like that one tunnel like structure in Paris, but I forgot what it was called. So I just decided to do that.
So by
Empire State
default,
Building.
okay. Got you. All right, Jack. Well, you did kind of explain to me that you were hoping to tug at my heartstrings.
That was the goal. It was you personally more than, there's some historic buildings, and then there's some buildings that you created history in.
That's very true.
Being defeated,
Being defeated.
It's okay. I lost to a worthy adversary.
Yeah. And Logan, we saw a lot of emotion go through you as we had what was the Leaning Tower to the Fallen Tower.
And yes, in approximately 2029.
Okay, all right, fortune teller it is.
You could say that.
Okay,
Gotcha.
So what do you think that you're going to do with this victory, Hannah? Do you have any kind of speech you had prepared that you'd like to give us right now?
Not really. I just want to thank God and my family and the people who came up to me at the opening meeting for RTF who said, "You need to sign up for this. We need people." I said, okay.
Awesome, sweet. Well, we appreciate you all tuning in to this week's episode of Honeydew. Hopefully you had as much fun as we did. And thank you, and good night.